is wrong with me, Perry? Tell me now.
Oh,
What's my problem?
I thought you was going through something.
I am. I'm also do my
Girl,
nails.
I was like, what's wrong? I need my cuticle pushes.
Cuticle pusher right now.
Cuticle pushes. Now what the fuck? Okay. All right. Anyway.
Let's do this.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh, hold on. It's repeating itself. That's me. Okay, so listen, Married to Medicine is so good. I don't know why anybody watches Potomac. I know they'll kill me if I say that, but it's just way better. It's
Yeah.
way better. And last night was good as hell.
Yeah. I mean,
It was.
Potomac. I don't know. I think I like Married to Medicine better because they got more substance. Like Potomac, you got drunks and hoes. You know what I'm
Here,
saying?
you want some attention, and I'm not giving it to you. Okay, that shit is good as hell.
Mhm.
So, okay, hi everybody. Oh, look, people came. I didn't think anybody was gonna come. So last night was Married to Medicine. It's got to be getting close to the reunion. I'm thinking. I don't know. She's episode 11. So
So you figure maybe 14 to 15 episodes. So yeah, we're getting close.
yes, really, really good. So last night was really good. Last night made me like. I'm not gonna say his real name. What they call him on the show?
Renner man,
No,
King,
period. King,
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 King.
King. Really made me like King. So it played out just the way that Dr. Heavenly said it was going to play out, which is she told Phaedra that she was going to invite Apollo. Phaedra had different plans. She wanted to get with a friend. This is so ridiculous. I like both of them though. I love Dr. Heavenly, and I like Phaedra from back in the day. Now, if she didn't change, I don't know. You know, I'm gonna have to see. But she really wanted Dr. Heavenly to bring Apollo so she could be with the friend, and then he can come in like a raging maniac. And she had revenge on the brain because she was mad because Apollo was dating, cheating. Let's just call it what it is, cheating with Shireen. Now, Phaedra, we love you dearly over here, okay? We really, really do. But girl, you know that wasn't the only person he was cheating with, okay? So why are you going after poor Shireen? I don't know. I mean, there was a lot. You heard about the clubs. Everybody heard about them, but they never addressed it on the show on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Apollo is what you call community dick.
Yeah.
I don't even talk like that, but that's the real. So I don't know why she thought this little plan was going to work. Now, Phaedra, we love Phaedra, but she will do what she have to do to give you a good storyline, right? Because Dr. Heavenly said that there was a real doctor that she was dating. Did I ask her if she seen him? I said, what did he look like, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you think there was a real doctor?
I mean, what do you mean by seeing? No, you see what I'm saying? Like, do seeing mean dating or, one night stand?
Was she dating a doctor? That's how she got on that damn show on Married to Medicine. She said
technically anybody can be a doctor.
What?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just put the
What
DR
are
in
you
front of your
talking
name.
about? What do you mean technically anybody can be a doctor? No,
You
they
got all kinds
cannot.
of fake ass doctors. Dr. Dre. You got Dr. Umar or whatever the damn name is. I'm just saying.
No, I think Dr. Umar is a licensed psychologist. That's what I heard. Somebody told me that.
I think his first initials is where he from, the DR. I'm just making it up. I don't know. I'm just saying, technically, when people say they dating somebody, they can say, I'm dating an attorney, I'm dating a doctor. I mean, maybe they are, maybe they not.
Harry, you think who thinks in the chat that Phaedra was dating a real doctor? Come on, Phaedra, I love you, but girl, don't pee on my leg and tell me that it's raining. There was no doctor. She was just trying to get back on that show. Okay.
Oh, okay, right. But see, the whole thing is, I wouldn't necessarily say it wasn't no doctor. She could have been communicating with a doctor and thinking that he would possibly come on the show. You know, people have done way much more, like Kenya renting a husband. I'm just saying, so
why you got to bring up Kenya?
no,
Well,
I'm only
nobody
saying,
talking about
like,
Kenya.
don't seem too surprised. Nobody give a damn if you're a doctor or not.
There was no doctor. Okay, I'm going to keep saying it until they show a picture. There was no doctor. She did what she had to do to get on that show, and she's good on the show. I love Phaedra. She's great on the show. She wanted to set up Apollo. I believe everything that Dr. Heavenly says, and don't be all in the chat. You just do whatever Dr. Heavenly like. I'm not falling for that shit. Okay, not today. I believe her. I believe that Phaedra knew because the way she was acting. So now she brings Apollo's friend that spent Thanksgiving together with them. He's that kind of friend to the show. And they said they haven't slept together yet. We brought Dr. Heavenly on the show. She says she doesn't think they're slept together. But there was one part in this thing where he picked her up by her cheeks, her butt cheeks, and he said, "Spread your legs." Did you catch that? Did anybody catch that? Did anybody catch that in the chat?
I always do.
No, Harry, stop. She said to him, he said, "Spread your legs." And he was grabbing her butt cheeks. That's awful intimate, in my opinion. Okay. Right. Like, don't be touching me up under there. You don't know me like that. No, I believe that one of my favorites, I hate it when I got to talk about my favorites, especially because Roa's coming up and we're going to need lots of favors from Portia. Right. But it just doesn't feel like they didn't sleep together, because if they did, there's always been rumors of, I hate to say this, how am I going to review Atlanta when I have to stay on certain people's good side?
Well, look, Sharrell, no, it's not even getting on the wrong side. It's not like she's dealing with a minor. She's an adult. So, I mean, and not everybody going to come out here and tell you their business. Yeah. We got.
She never told us about about Pastor Jamal, Mr. Dark Chocolate. What they call him, Mr. Chocolate, Dark Chocolate.
Yeah, milk chocolate. I don't know, but the whole thing is this, Sharrell. Like, why feel bad? Like, you call
because I don't like to say me.
She throw a lot out there for us to guess about. Right?
Okay, we're guessing.
So,
we're just guessing.
Yeah, we playing the game. She's playing. She was the master on Traders, so. She throwing it out there, we guessing. And look, it didn't take for her to wrap her legs around his neck.
Around his weight, around him.
No, I mean, no, he sort of lifted her up too.
Was it around his neck? No, he just picked her up like
look, that. I don't know if he's seen the same show. He was in the position to munch. That's all I'm saying. But I knew something was going on because ain't no man for real. He don't bounce around Atlanta from club to club and shit like that. All these people. Ain't no way he just gonna fly on a trip. Most men ain't gonna take you out to no fancy restaurant without doing something like.
Okay, so are you calling Phaedra a liar? I'm just asking you straight out.
I'm not gonna call her. Well, when she said they ain't doing that, it's nobody's business.
It's nobody's business.
You don't have to tell them, but she can't. She ain't got to tell me. I know she lying. I can tell how he was feeding her that strawberry. That wasn't the only thing he feed her. Just say it.
Harry, you gotta stop. Something is wrong with you. But anyway,
we all adults, and she is too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she got 2 babies, don't she? Or 2 kids. So I mean, she ain't no virgin. Let's keep it real.
Anyway, she set Dr. Heavenly's ass up. That's what I think, because she knew that was her plan, right? So Apollo pulls a double whammy on you and brings Shireen. He could have brought anyone else. He's dating a lot of people. Okay, now I like you, Apollo. You're cool. What did I say to him that one time? I can't remember. But you have a reputation for being a cheater, even when you were with Phaedra. So you didn't have to bring Shireen, but you did. And she did a pretty good job. What do you think, Perry?
Yeah, but look, the whole thing is Phaedra knew. If you
She
go
knew.
back and look at it, Dr.
Mhm.
Heavenly, they rewind it back when she was on the phone telling Phaedra that
Mhm.
that she invited him. Okay. So she knew. But she
And
didn't know about the +1.
she did not know about the +1.
Right.
And they're sitting up there going back and forth. Apollo and I should have went in order. Apollo and the guy, because when they were on the beach sitting in the water and the girls were grilling the hell out of Shireen and Shireen was spilling the tea, calling him community dick. Honey, girl, I felt bad for Shireen. She didn't even know your own husband was community dick. But when I think it was Toya first started asking Shek questions, and this Apollo's response, no. These two were hooking up. I love you, Doctor. I'm a Phaedra, but girl, don't pee on my leg and tell me that it's raining.
Yeah.
And I think more than anger towards Dr. Heavenly Nim was embarrassment. That's why she didn't go to the reunion. I think she's embarrassed because you tried to pull one over on Dr. Heavenly and she don't play that. And she called your ass out and it's personal now. So when Dr. Heavenly came here, she said she doesn't hate Phaedra. Girl, I love you too, Dr. Heavenly, but you are mad at Phaedra and you don't plan on seeing her or reconciling anything anytime soon. That's how I feel.
Right. Well, and I can agree. I mean, because Dr. Heavenly has spent time around Carlos King, so you pick up habits. When you say, well, do you like Phaedra? No, I'm saying when you say, do you like Phaedra? Because I pick up things from Dr. Heavenly. Like, I'm going to say this and take it back. She pick up certain things. And it's like, oh, no, I'm not mad at Phaedra. I love all the ladies.
Perry.
No, I'm just saying. That's generally how it goes. Because not everybody need to know who you hate. And you can hate them today and love them 2 weeks from now, whatever. So
nobody's loving Carlos King, not even 2 weeks from now.
Oh,
you
no.
hear what's going on with Carlos King, right? It's bad. It's bad. Like, we tried to tell y'all about Carlos. Nobody wanted to listen to us. And now he up there crashing out. He was crashing She was crashing out. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Carlos. We're here to talk about the show last night and all of how good it was. I'm sorry, that damn reunion was boring.
It was good. The show was good.
The show was good. I'm talking about Potomac's. It's just boring.
Yeah.
The show's just boring and like not scripted, but what do you call it when you know what's going to happen because they're so predictable?
I ain't waste my time because like watching that Potomac reunion is like watching Love About to Lock Up.
Now look at Josh. Look at Josh being messy. She said Carlos created his own problem. He did. He didn't got a friend in the world. Child, I'm trying not to talk about Carlos King because I said what I had to say when y'all call me a liar. Something wrong with Carlos King.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clout chaser.
Please don't. I feel like you're going to go in the story. Please don't. Okay. But what did I think of Karen's speech? No, why y'all messing with me? I did not review a whole season, so I wouldn't have to get asked any Karen Huger questions. A whole damn season. I don't know what the show's going to be like without her. But anyway,
that's why, honey, you get to watch who you befriend. I mean, because how you gonna be a newscaster when you can only talk about half the news? If your ass is drunk and driving, we gonna talk about it. Just okay. It's safe. But back to Married to Medicine.
So, like, I really do believe that Phaedra was hooking up with Apollo's friend, that good enough friend to go to fucking what'd she say? Thanksgiving. That's a good friend. And then when Toya tried to call him out, asking him questions. He telling her to mind her business.
Mm-hmm.
Did they do Apollo wrong? Because Apollo been cheating ever since. So I can't really feel sorry for Apollo either. That's just a whole hot mess.
Man, that's the whole thing. And I think him and Apollo and Shaq knew each other. They did a whole bunch of wild things, not with each other. I mean, you know, at these clubs and stuff together. So they both know each other. Like, and I think Apollo can look at it and say, hey, man, damn, that's disrespectful. One of my boys hitting up my old lady. But Shaq could know how Apollo was. When Apollo didn't respect his own lady out there creeping and laying pipe to somebody else while Phaedra at home giving birth was wrong too. So I'm just saying, like, when you hang around seedy
people, trying to say they're all scandalous?
When you hang around seedy people, you get seedy activities.
Oh my God.
Let's keep it real. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's messed up.
You're trying to say they're all untrustworthy? Is that what you're saying?
Right. And I think a little bit more, like, the guy would come out and say, oh, yeah, I know Apollo and
he was actually shady.
Shireen.
He wouldn't answer the questions.
What?
He refused to answer Toya's questions.
I know, but what's Apollo's wife name? Shireen or something like that?
Child.
And see, this is the crazy part. This is how my mind thinks. If he can go and tap on Phaedra's door after Apollo's done with her, and he seemed like one of those little club freaks that's done been laying pipe everywhere, because he sort of knows Shireen a little bit too close.
What you trying to say, Perry? Oh my God, Perry. Oh my God. I gotta stop reviewing with your ass.
He probably said any damn thing. Look, what you mean? I'm hitting up Phaedra right now because you did the same thing to Shireen. You know, me and her used to hook up at the
Perry, what where are you getting all this? You think Apollo hooked up with, you think Shaq hooked up with Shireen? I cannot with you.
Probably before Apollo did. And I don't know.
Perry.
No, I'm just saying it got to be some comfortability there somewhere.
They could just know each other.
We know each other, but then they go quiet. You don't say, oh, that's my pastor.
Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all need to stop. No, I do not think Shaq hooked up with Shireen.
Okay.
But then Apollo did accuse her of cheating too.
Okay. How did he know her? Now, the ladies that say Shaq a lot of people know Shaq. He's in club to club. Right? Now, I could be wrong. I don't know shit about Shireen. I really don't. But I'm thinking Apollo ran across her at one of the strip clubs or something. I don't know for a fact.
Yeah, he definitely, he was living that life back then. Strip clubs all the time. And not by himself. He's with Peter and Todd. Let's just tell the truth. We're going to tell the truth.
And then most strippers going to sleep with whoever buy the most drinks and the Gucci bags or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Perry. But Shaq was acting a little weird. He refused to answer any questions. Phaedra was standing there in horror because she said, you guys were my friends. You know, you were supposed to protect me. Nobody did anything to not protect you, Phaedra. I love you to death. But they were just asking questions because Dr. Heavenly was telling everybody that you knew about it. So it was an awkward scene. And then Apollo comes over and he seems mad at Shaq. Yeah, you just said you were going on a speed dating. You didn't say who with. I think, yeah, you're right. All of them are shady. I think that Shaq did not tell Apollo.
He didn't. I don't think he did at that point, because if you sort of know, okay, that's sort of fucked up. He would have had time to get over it. He was shocked.
He was like,
shocked.
Damn, what? Dude, Apollo was shocked.
I know you out there hitting club to club and creeping to creeping, but with my ex-wife, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a shockness there to me.
And
then he tried to act like, oh no, I told you. And when Apollo sitting there said, hey, no, you said a speed date. You never said a name. If he would have said a name, Shaq would have said, "Look, you know damn well I told you this." He didn't sound confident. He sounded like a man that was busted.
Is it Jeannie? Jeannie said that no, Shaq was with Shireen's sister. That's what they say.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
thinking he was with Shireen at some point. They were all hanging out at these. I'm telling you how it went down. They were all hanging out at these strip clubs. These women were throwing themselves on them. Paula was spending up to $8,000 a night at these clubs. So I kind of see why Phaedra, but it's so long ago. Why would she still want to make Apollo look bad? Because I don't know if this was before the videotape came out of him with another woman or after, but it didn't have to be that. Apollo's been accused of cheating ever since you got with him. So the whole thing is weird. Why would even Phaedra even want to get Apollo back? She knows what's up.
I'm not necessarily think that she want him back.
She wanted to get him back, as in,
I got you.
Make you look stupid.
I got you. Yeah.
Child, this is a mess. I mean, the whole thing is messy. Now, do you think Toya's messy for asking questions she already know about?
Yeah.
Like, we know you know, okay?
No, it's not the first time, because remember, her and Phaedra had words earlier this season about her running. Oh, I ran across Apollo at the store. You remember that episode?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Everybody got a role to play. And Toya role is to be messy on the show.
And I'm tired of everybody blaming Dr. Heavenly for being messy. Toya's being messy too. But Toya gets away with her messiness. I don't know what it is or why, but she gets away with it. We love Toya, by the way, too. We love Toya. This is a mess, and it's really good. They all knew what was going on. Dr. Heavenly said it from day one. Now let's talk about, I just get straight to the good points. I'm not doing the scene by scene. I ain't got time for that. Right. The best scene is King and Dr. G, who's been acting a damn fool. A damn fool. Last episode, he was yelling at his wife, Sweet Tea, and he's just giving us bad vibes because when he was talking to God, what's his name, King, and he was saying, well, you were talking to her. No, this is before that. He got out of his seat and walked up close to King.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, that's like doing the shoulder check. But then he claims he didn't want to fight. Then what was he doing?
Well, I mean, starting some shit, because look, he could have laid his old ass down on that damn lounger, right? When you sitting there, about last night, it was no disrespect, whatever. But what made you get out your damn seat, walk into King's chest when you really didn't have a message? Yep. I think that he was trying to show the other fellas that he can make King back down or some type of way. Because now he is very competitive. Remember in the boat when they
cannot compete with King. So stop smoking your weed, okay. Dr. G.
Okay. He also think his camera's rolling. Ain't nobody gonna get their ass whooped on national TV and shit like that. Maybe
you trying to say he was trying to make King look like a punk?
He tried to impress the other guys to let them know he wasn't.
Them other old men.
But when he walked up, because you got King up here, then he down here. When he walked up and looked basically at King's chest, he realized this.
Oh, now you fucked up,
right? Because I'm telling you something. At that point, he walked up, said what he had to say to try to prove it, but then you notice he got the hell out of his face.
He did.
Something is wrong with Dr. G.
Like for real?
I mean, something got to be wrong. Like the guy go, "Hey, I know about your past behavior." You know what I'm saying? Like I could have said that later on in the show.
Oh, you're saying that King saying, "I know you put your hands on my girl."
Right.
And I'm going to let that slide. And he knew, if we knew what he was talking about, then Dr. G should have known what he was talking about. But he kept going.
And Dr. G don't want the public to know he lay hands on women.
Well, it was said, wasn't it?
Huh?
Wasn't it?
Well, I mean, but he want that image of him to disappear. He don't want nobody to bring this shit up. And so much that he's probably willing to get his ass whooped. Because one thing about the Rental Man, and I'm about to put some respect on his name is King. And I really enjoy King because you know what? I don't give a damn. Look, respect my woman.
Perry, you know you got that bad. And all men, that's what made me like him a little bit more because he tried to play along, but Dr. G just kept going. He had no choice but to check his ass, to check him. Now I want to address Shar. She said Quad orchestrated the whole argument. You're saying because the way that she was acting in the last episode because she was drunk? And she's probably telling him things about Dr. G, which she's supposed to. That's her man. Mm-hmm. Did Quad get it all started?
Well,
she did.
Yeah, yes, she did. If she would not have said anything, it wouldn't have been there. But she's there with her man. He's there with his wife. So I think she got tipsy and she was venting about something personal that had went on between her and Dr. G. So yeah, technically she did start it by bringing it up, but hell, I guess she got that right. It's I'm just saying.
She kind of did. I see what Char's saying. Char's saying she's whispering in her man's ear, saying this and that. Hell, she wasn't that damn tipsy where she didn't know what she was talking about. And she didn't even apologize like the next day.
It was her day to get back at Dr. G and let him know, hey, you can move on, get married and do whatever, but the shit I wouldn't do for you, I'm giving the king 3 times a day, maybe more. And that shit I, refused to do with you, like you kept wanting a baby, but him being a male chauvinist, she never gave in to give Dr. G a baby from his behavior. At first, seriously, I thought, I was like, damn, Quad. I mean, how you gonna be in a marriage and you don't want to get a man a family? But I didn't know that he laid hands on people or if not hands.
That's the allegation. It's the allegation.
Yeah, allegation.
But I believe it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that. But maybe I didn't know that part of the relationship. But now she's on there saying, hey, and man, him gonna have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that got to hurt the last man who she refused to have a baby with. But maybe she got the right. Because Dr. Heavenly saying that some of the things she's expressing is how she feeling. I guess when you get mad enough and you seeing the person that did this shit to you, sometimes you have a snapping moment.
Let's see, because these people got opinions. Someone said, hi, Emmanuel, Dr. G has his problems, but King wanted a moment to impress his girlfriend. He wanted a moment. Emmanuel, Dr. G was being so disrespectful to Quad, I couldn't even watch it. I mean, not Quad, so disrespectful to, Quad, that, I mean, come on, the way that he was acting, the way he was yelling at her, the way he said, I just told her to shut up. Just shut the hell up. I don't know. I'm not a Dr. G fan at all. And I worry for Sweet Tea. We're going to get on you in a minute, Sweet Tea. I'm that girl said, Sharrell, I've watched you for years, and I have been on Perry's show. But whenever you have devilishly on your show, I just can't watch it. You don't watch it. Devilishly is a nasty bully and needs to grow up. But listen, I'm that girl. Dr. Heavenly was not lying. Phaedra, who I also love, but I just got to tell the truth. Phaedra knew what was going on. She tried to make Dr. Heavenly look crazy and like some shit starter, which people already blame her for starting a lot of stuff. But if you really didn't do it, then don't blame me. Queen Black says Quad started it, and yes, Quad and Cynthia Chauffeur stood up. Well, okay, so we were looking up. Well, not yet, but Perry, from what we did this morning. Tell the people that King is really rich. It's not a joke. Say, because you've been dragging it. He's really rich and he really does own a company. Now the name is wrong, but he owns a company. You're not gonna say it, Perry?
No, look, I'll say this. From what I see on the show, I was like, maybe he's just a renter man, because I know I don't put it past anybody, because Kenya did it. But I got to say, whether he is a renter man or not, she hired some good security because he had her back.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm no longer gonna call him a renter man.
Oh, because
like,
you can't. He really. So Perry been talking shit about King for about 2 weeks.
I'm starting to like King.
Yeah, I love King
because he needed to check Dr. G ass, and when he did that, I threw out the renter man shit out of my vocabulary.
Let me see something. I'm trying to get these comments. Y'all talk about black men not protecting black women. King stood up for his woman. He did. And now he's out of line. Make it make sense. No, he did what a man is supposed to do. If Perry thinks somebody's talking about me or his kids, Perry takes it all the way down to the kids. At the football games, if you think somebody doing your kid wrong, they just lose it. And that's that. I like that. I don't know why I like that, but I like that because, a man's got to have your back and do, be a man. I could be with a girl. I don't want to be with a girl. I want to be with a man, a real man.
I don't see nothing wrong with King did. That's what he's supposed to have did. But at the same time, he was a gentleman when he did it. He didn't say, hey, disregard your feelings. He said, just don't say shit to my woman, because King ain't saying shit to Dr. G's woman. He's saying, now, when we come down to male respect, if you got something to say, what if I got something to say to her? What if she said something to me? He said, then you address me. And that's how it should go. And if you think about it, Dr. G and Dr. Damon had one of those conversations, sort of like back when they was at the thing. He said, just address me with it. Don't come at my woman.
Yeah. Oh, Dr. Damon takes care of his.
But the thing is, now if you take the pattern, Dr. G feel like he can just come at any woman.
Well, are you saying that because we know how he treated Quad? Or
well, think about this. Now, first he said, oh, I meant no disrespect. Okay, well, if you really didn't, when the man said, hey, I know y'all had a past, and King wasn't overstepping his boundaries, getting into what happened and none of that stuff like that. He's saying, hey, but if you got a problem with her, she's with me now, then you come to me. Yeah. Because King ain't going to yell at Sweet Tea. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And
then, the men should address each other. And that's what he said.
Him and
he said, if you have a problem with Quad,
you go, well, your wife said, he said, well, hey, if you got a problem with me, don't go at my wife. Come to me. Yeah. I think that's a reasonable thing. Yeah. A lot of bullshit get cleared up that way.
I mean, it was definitely good. I think that because they say that that King spent 30 days in jail, which will be like just with good behavior, probably like a couple days in jail. Probably he spent. What was I going to say? I forgot what I was going to say, but I think he did the right thing. I think he was pushed. I think Dr. G got something going on. He need a damn psychiatrist. Go make an appointment for yourself. Something's wrong with Dr. G. He's not, I might have to say it. He's not, and I like Sweet Tea. I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to Sweet Tea. He's not over Quad. No, he's just not. What do you think, Perry?
No, he's not. He's not. That's the whole thing, right? He feel like if anybody should be able to control Quad, it should be him. That's that male chauvinist kind of attitude, right? Now he see this man is doing things that he couldn't do. When I say that, Dr. G used to want to have sex 3 times a day. And he probably had to make an appointment for every 2 years out. But he see this man coming in, just ringing the bells, just ting, 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 ting. I'm just saying, like, he bringing down the house. He's mad because he feel like this other guy got more power.
I think he's jealous of King.
He's jealous.
He's jealous. He's jealous of King. King has the look, the money, the whole package, and he's down for his. He seems to really like Quad. Someone said Dr. G is strange, very, very. And I'm not trying to disrespect you, Dr. G, but something ain't right. Even before the divorce, the way you treated Quad in the marriage, Quad. A lot of either you love Quad or you hate Quad. There's no people to say she's okay. It's to the extreme. You can think what you want of Quad, but she tried. We've seen her trying in that relationship. And I understand the mentality. You got one time to hit my ass. One time, and that's it. I don't know what I would do. I mean, you got one time, and they were married a long time. It's only certain things that are deal breakers. Anything else you could work out. If he's an addict, he's not an addict. That's a deal breaker. If he puts his hands on you. And I'm glad Quad left, because you could be giving these men excuses. He didn't mean it, and he was upset. And I don't care what his reason is. He supposedly, and Quad said it, but he didn't admit to it. He put his hands on the woman that you chose to be your wife.
Yeah.
You chose her.
That's half the problem. I don't know why Dr. G won't just let it go. But he got that Orange Juice Jones mentality.
He got what?
Orange Juice Jones. I don't know if I'm dating myself. With the guy that's kicking this girl out. You can leave all these nice things I got you and get your hush puppies and get the hell on. Something like that. But he got that mentality that he don't want Quad to succeed because he feel like he's a doctor and Quad could have had all these nice things, but Quad can never have these nice things without him. That's what male chauvinists try to do. They try to value off with their finances and shit like that.
Can we talk about Sweet Tea, who I love? Okay,
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Can we talk about Sweet Tea, or you want to say something else?
Oh yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just saying that Dr. G shouldn't have no problem because I think, look, he's mad because now she don't went and got a younger guy that's providing good things for her. He's jealous of that. But you went out and got a younger wife. That's beautiful. So why ain't that enough to satisfy you? But go ahead.
I know, but I guess I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about Sweet Tea. So when the reason I made a pledge to myself, I was really mean to Sweet Tea last year. I could not stand her. She's very unpolished. She's very country. She was, remember when she couldn't take the pressure of the wedding, and she was just all over the place last season. So I have to give grace for your first season, because getting thrown into reality TV is a traumatic experience. Okay. And then all the women came after her. A lot of the blogs came after her. Carlos King, he put his nose all up in it. So I said, I'm going to give Sweet Tea a chance. And I'm not saying this because Dr. Heavenly said, I have a brain too, but her response to the whole Apollo thing. Okay, so she knew Shaq, but girl, why are you all in it? Why are you all in it? Calling big box, what she called a big box body, and calling people bitches.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool, Sweet Tea. What are you doing? And you remember how I felt the season before when everybody was attacking your ass. So what you're not going to do is sit up here and attack Dr. Heavenly for Phaedra's lying ass. I love you, Phaedra. You girl, in this episode, just this episode only, you're lying. Okay, so I don't understand Sweet Tea's reaction. She's doing better this season. She's got that doctor's wife look now. You know, you got to have a certain look to be a doctor's wife. She looks like she's got money, but now you're turning into a bully, and then you're sitting up there and letting that man Perry would never do me like this. Put his hand over your mouth. That would make me so damn mad. If the women are going at it, let the women go at it. What did Nene tell Peter? Stop being a bitch and being in the women's business. He ran over there. Wasn't nobody gonna physically harm Sweet Tea ass. But you get in there and then you turn it around like she's the problem. You're the problem. You're the one that can't handle her having a new boyfriend. I don't like Dr. G. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. Just the things that you've been getting away with. I wouldn't let your ass get away with. And putting your hand over my mouth and not letting me speak. If I'm in an argument and I'm talking to another female, I wish Perry would put his hand over my mouth. I don't know. Sweetie, you got to think twice what you done got yourself into. Do you really want a baby with this man? He's giving you so many signs of being controlling and not over his ex. That's what I think. What you think, Perry? I don't mean to cuss nobody out. I'm just reviewing the show. Go ahead.
No, I agree with you. So, but overall, I think the show is really good.
It's great.
I think it's good.
Now, I'm that girl. Okay, I'm trying. Look. Dr. Heavenly is not big bad Bill Billy. I mean, she called her that, but Dr. Heavenly has a woman's body. I don't like, just for me, like I think something's wrong with Dr. Contessa. She looks 15 in that bad marriage that she don't want nobody to know that she in. I just don't understand Sweet Tea's venom. And maybe it's because of the previous season. Because it was Dr. Heavenly that brought you in that really was trying to get you on the show. And last season was last season. Maybe she's thinking, I let that girl bully me last year and I'm not going to do that this year. Maybe she's thinking that. Right? Oh, look at this. Hefferly throws the rock and hides her hoofs. I'm trying to tell y'all there would be no show without Dr. Heavenly and now without Phaedra. Now, Phaedra lied and you got caught in a lie, and I think she's embarrassed. But even though she wasn't married to medicine at all, or even dating medicine, I think she made the show better. Now, the rest of the cast, they're going to say, no, they glad she's gone, all this. And they've been throwing shade at each other outside of the show. So this is a true feud. This is a true feud. Dr. Heavenly came on here and said she liked Phaedra. She ain't got a problem with Phaedra. Dr. Heavenly, please. We know you're not feeling Phaedra. And Phaedra did them wrong. Phaedra should have just said or talked it out or whatever. But I think Phaedra could have handled the situation better. I would have. Am I putting too much on Phaedra, Perry?
No.
I would have just said, well, no, you didn't do this or that. But she was just standing there, guilty.
Well, that's Phaedra. But Phaedra knew Apollo was coming. Phaedra knew. They had the phone call before that. She thought she could one up Apollo and ambush him by having a man. Outside that.
So why is Apollo still mad? You don't date you. That's your baby mama. Y'all ain't been together in years. How long was Apollo in prison? A while. Like, why is he so mad that she hooked up with Shaq?
I think because it's one of his friends. I think if it was somebody he didn't know, or like somebody who he thought that was sort of cool with him, close to him, then he probably wouldn't have responded that way. I'm thinking.
This person says, Miss Mika, exactly. She is not the victim that she plays to be. Y'all talk about Heavenly. That lady was looking at them pockets and y'all talk about Sweet Tea and pockets and that camera screen. Oh, You know what? I hate to say this, and I'm not talking bad about you, Sweet Tea. But girl, we all know I cannot get it out of my head. They said, what is the thing you love most about Dr. G? You said, access to the money.
Yeah.
Do you remember she said that last season?
Right.
Is this why the young women don't like older men? Y'all biased, weak mindset. Who's the younger woman? Oh, you're talking about Sweet Tea? No. It has nothing to do with age. It's the signs that I'm getting from Dr. G. If another woman tells you that he put his hands on me, that's a signal right there. But the way that he was acting towards Sweetie last episode, this episode, he won't let her talk. And you're not gonna let I'm not gonna let you sit up there and let Quad just say what she want, and then I can't respond. He himself said he handled that situation poorly. Ain't nothing to do with age and all that stuff. It's him. Something about Dr. G, I'm just not feeling. She is a literal gold digger. Ooh, y'all talk about Sweet Tea? But some of these people have that same mindset. I ain't seeing none. I don't know why I keep landing on this person. I don't even know how to say the words. Yes, Sweet Tea said that again last night. I mean, it's just the way he treats her. He wants Sweet Tea to have a baby for him, right? With him. That puts the woman's body through a lot. I don't know what she's on. She could be on hormones or just having to do it to your ass 2 times a day and all that stuff. So I just want him to treat Sweet Tea the way she deserves to be treated. And what he's doing is not letting her talk, yelling at her, demeaning her, and then putting his hands over her mouth that physically. That bothers me. And now you are embarrassing me in front of the cast members because you're acting like you're still in love with Quad.
Right. And look, if you rewinded like some of the episodes where it'd be just Dr. G and Sweet Tea in their own house, he do come across like the male chauvinist kind of thing, and often say things that's very insensitive to her. Like they can be at the table talking about having birthed and stuff like that. He would say insensitive shit to her. So it just like, and I've known men that's like that, that's very controlling and all that kind of shit. But go ahead.
Someone said to me, quit saying you love Phaedra. You don't. I love Phaedra. How we went on a campaign for about 2 years, right?
Phaedra is good TV. So I mean,
Phaedra's great TV.
When we say we love a person, I mean, not the kind of love you might grab somebody's hand and break out a ring and put it on their finger and go up to the altar. Not that kind of love. We love what people bring to these reality shows. I mean, because some people think the word love, you mean in like actuation or some crazy shit. I mean, because the person said, quit saying you love Phaedra. We do.
I always said that Phaedra needs to return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta with Candy. And they need to finish that storyline, because before all that stuff got in the way, I used to love Phaedra and Candy as friends. Then all kind of shit got in the way, and one of them was Carlos King. That was a big reason that friendship fell apart. Carlos King's ass lying to Candy, telling everybody this, that, and he know it was his ass that started that fight between them two. And then Candy don't know how to forgive. She's still mad to this day. But I think they need to bring Candy back on the show. If this is a successful season, because this is their make or break season, they're saying it's going to be a hit, but you don't know until it happens. If this is a good season, they need to bring Candy back for the following season with Apollo's ass and with Todd. Because Todd cannot resist the strip clubs when Apollo's around. Let's see. Perry, you can help me answer these questions too. Sweet Tea is from Arkansas. She has a Southern hospitality. I think she's sweet.
Is it Arkansas? I thought it was Texas, like Little Creek, Texas or something.
It was Texas too, but I think originally from Arkansas.
Okay.
I can't remember, but she's a Southern girl. She's a Southern girl, and she just needs to be careful of Dr. G. Does anybody in the chat agree with me about Dr. G? And she's got to check him, and she got to check him now before you get further in the marriage, because he's just going to get worse. He's just going to get worse. Now I'm going to have a baby with this man. Mm-hmm. And he really gonna get crazy. Sharrell, yes, you always stated that you wanted Phaedra back. I always wanted Phaedra back, and I want Phaedra. And if this season is successful, with Candy, because I just think they need to talk, and they're on the same page. Look it out, everybody sees Carlos King for what he really is right now. Even though he was crashing out on the damn internet, nobody likes me. Crazy. Nobody likes you, Carlos. You were right, because you play head games with people and you destroyed that friendship. And you went to try to make a damn documentary, a biopic about Candy, and she did not give you permission. And the rest of the girls, what was the name of the Escape? Let's see what else. Perry, you want to comment on? I dropped my nail. All right. If Sweet Tea doesn't establish that she's his equal, it's going to be out of control. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah.
He takes advantage of people's weaknesses. I just, I don't have a problem with I said I don't like him. I don't like him for Sweet Tea or just the way he treats women. I just don't. I can't. Quad married for money, but you called out Sweet Tea for doing the same. She did marry for money. I don't want to say it, but she did marry. You're right, Ramona. She married for money, but she did try to keep that relationship together. She was putting up with Gregory and his nonsense for a while. So she might have married for money, but then it just turned into something really bad. Oh, wait, hold on. Sweet Tea is the breadwinner, huh? And Dr. G is probably very moody and mean. He's a psychologist, psychiatrist, something like that. He's a doctor, right? Do y'all know something I don't know? Ooh,
I don't know. I thought, well, are they saying she's the bread? Well, they both on the show, and he would. I don't know. I mean, what they mean by she's the breadwinner. I'm sure he makes more.
Perry answered this question. Quad is a phony Quad is as phony as they come. What are your thoughts, Professor Mine?
She could be, right? Like, my thing with Quad, like when I say that, hey, you know what? She want to come back, make money, and all that stuff. So I think she rented a man, right? And part of me like can see that happening. You know what I'm saying? Just to come on the show and do this stuff, but I guess we can call them all phony to a certain degree. But I think for the most part, Quad sort of lived the life that she want to live.
Yeah, I think for Quad, when they accept the fact, and I'm talking about Dr. Simone, Jackie, and Toya, when they accept the fact that she just don't like y'all, this is her job, then things will be better with Quad. But she's not gonna call him again this year when filming's done. She don't like them girls like that. She like Dr. Heavenly, and that's it. Are we missing somebody? That winter summer marriage will not last. Oh, you talking about Dr. G? Dr. G comes off very that word. Sweet Tea will get tired of being a hospice wife. She's gonna get young peen. I mean, I really don't have a problem with the age. I don't. Even though I said that I did last year. It's just the way he treats her. I don't know. You're going to add kids to that? Kids get real frustrating. They become your life. They're draining. And if y'all can't get it wrong now and talk calm now. Perry, did you fall asleep? Oh, then it's just going to get worse. I just don't. She needs to check his ass, and she needs to check him hard. Sweet Tea was in the Air Force. She sure was.
Right.
It drives me crazy that Sweet Tea lives in the same house as Quad. I mean, that's what I'm saying. She needs to check that now with her man. I'm not gonna live in that. Maybe she's okay with it, but I don't know. Perry, what are your thoughts on Sweet Tea? And why are we being so nice to her all of a sudden?
The age thing, we can joke about it. I don't think that matters. It's the treatment. If she was just treating him bad, my feelings would be the same. I'm starting to hear about a lot, all right, and starting to pick up these things. If it's true, if he's actually being this type of person to the female in his life, then that's too much. Like, nobody deserved that kind of treatment, whether it was coming from her or coming from him. That's what I'm thinking.
So we know now that King went to jail for 30 days, right? But that doesn't mean he served the whole 30 days. That means, this is what I'm thinking, he must have gotten that ass. He
He
must
had
have.
to lay hands on him for that. You know?
What made that old man think he can fight? Now, how did Dr. Heavenly say he was 40?
Yeah,
What
40.
made Dr. G even kept talking shit to him when he thought he wasn't going to do nothing? That Dr. G is just, he need a therapist. He is something wrong with him. And now, and then you get your ass kicked. We don't know. That's what it sounds like. You get your ass kicked. And now you want to file a police report?
Yeah, because actually, I think, is it coming up next week or whatever? Like, you know how they show the previews for next week?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't somebody sitting there and saying, hey, we all came on this trip together. Now we 6 short? Meaning
Yes.
6 people.
He probably went home,
Yeah.
filed the police, called the police like the little crybaby that he is. I have never heard a man, period.
Oh.
That
So
get
who all would have left then? Say if it was 6. Dr.
Sweet
G,
Tea.
Sweet Tea,
Yeah.
Quad, King.
You think they left?
They were 6 people short. I'm just guessing.
Emmanuel, you can't be serious. I've been saying, okay, so last year sometime, when they were filming Potomac, somebody called me and said, this is what's going to happen this season to Karen Huger. Now, remember, I've always liked Karen. She's always been nice to me. Every time I talk to her, she's nice to me. I think she's really pretty and she's the grande dame. And I just didn't want to drag her this season because I like her. And I don't have to have an excuse of why I like somebody, or, I just didn't want to do that to her. I didn't want to drag her name through the mud because, it's a lot going on. And people were trying to get me to dog Karen out. They sent me them damn pictures and I just didn't want to do it. So maybe maybe next season, but this was a hard season for her and I couldn't have done it without dragging her. Because when I get up here, I say how I feel, so it's bad.
Oh, okay.
Dr. G and wife, Phaedra and her guy. I believe Apollo and wife, maybe.
Right. The 6 people who left. And I think Emmanuel said Phaedra, check, Sweet Tea, Greg, Apollo, and his wife. Okay, that's it.
Oh, it coming up.
No, it's the 6 people. It's the 6 people who left. So
why would Phaedra leave?
Oh, well, I guess.
I believe she did. She left and then never came back. I think she was embarrassed. I think Phaedra was embarrassed. You didn't have to quit the show. You didn't have to not go to the reunion. Phaedra, come on. I think she was embarrassed. I feel like Phaedra felt that she was embarrassed, and then I think that she should have handled it. And even though you're not going to work there anymore, you should have just went out with grace. But I ain't worried about Married to Medicine because I hear Roa is going to be really good, and so we've watched Married to Medicine before without Phaedra. We'll watch it again without her, so it's not that big a deal. Hold on, I had a big one. Here it is. Quad doesn't have to go anywhere. That's her friend circle, whether she's married or divorced. Phaedra was on there, and she's not medicine. She's not medicine. We can't lie and have a man or storyline. Well, I can't stop Mika. I mean, she was gonna have a storyline. Nah, I don't know. I still like Phaedra though. She could have handled it better, way better. With the money as she is, like, we need to see her frickin' frack back together with. This is the stuff I'm hearing about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm hearing that Simon should have been a peach carrying housewife. They say that he goes toe to toe with Portia and her family. So they're saying certain family members are going to come back on the show. What else am I hearing? Oh, all that Kenya stuff. I hope they don't air much of that. I like Kenya. I know Kenya can be the villain, but I think she's beautiful and I like her. I don't hate her Like, who do we hate now? And these new girls, we don't know who they are, except she's married to one Charles Oakley.
Well, I'm not sure for Atlanta.
She's some new girl,
Right.
but she's really rich. They're saying.
I don't think I got nobody I hate. I got to find somebody.
We don't hate anybody yet.
Yeah.
We're hearing Nene's supposed to make a guest appearance. I'm hoping that's true. We're also hearing that they offered Nene a spinoff. They're saying that her and Andy Cohen are back on good terms. I pray that that's true because, yes, Nene's not perfect. She has a lot of stuff going on, but she's the queen of reality TV.
Yes, she is.
The Housewives. Here's a not so fast, Sharrell and Perry. Last night on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Sweet Tea and Dr. Contessa was on. I'm not hiding the fact that I hate Dr. Contessa, not even just dislike, hate. That's the one that has no storyline. Unless you want to talk about your cheating ass husband, those are the rumors, and your affairs, those are the rumors, then you ain't got much worth on that damn show. I think they should get rid of Dr. Contessa again. You guys fired her for a reason. She didn't improve this season, and we need to bring on Mariah. Now, Mariah's got a lot going on. You know, she's got a temper, but I love me some Mariah. And she accidentally sued the network. No accident, and won. They had a settlement. Are they going to bring her back? They're not going to bring her back. But I would love to see that happen. But bring in anybody but Dr. Contessa, because if you're not, you'll get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to tell the truth. And you up there acting like that's a happy marriage, and you trying to blame everything on Dr. Heavenly when you know she was telling the truth. In my opinion, Dr. Heavenly was telling the truth. And you still hating her for some shit she said 4 years ago. And she's my favorite. No, get out of here, please. Get out of here. Someone said Sweet Tea did look beautiful. Sweet Tea is turning into that doctor wife. All you got to do now, Sweet Tea, is control your man. Control your man. Emmanuel says, Sharrell, on Watch What Happens Live, Contessa said she heard about Damon having babies out of wedlock in the medical community. She's lying. That was Mariah that put that video to put that rumor out there first, and then she added to it and said that Dr. Damon had mixed children out there, a mixed baby.
Well, is it that hard to find out if Dr. Contessa knew this? Why is it so hard to come up with the receipts?
Yeah. Come up with the receipts. If you're gonna put a rumor out there that bad, even you, Mariah, who I love, but girl, y'all shouldn't be doing that to Dr. Damon or nobody's husband unless there's some receipts. And even if I had receipts, I take that situation very delicately. I, in real life, have known that I see my friend's husband out with another friend of mine. Remember Sharrell and them back in the day? And I didn't tell her because that's a bad situation. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. I didn't tell her. I hinted, but I didn't want to get into that because it's not my right to tell you to leave your husband. I don't know. What would you have done, Perry, if you were me in that episode with Sharrell and Meshack?
I would have to tell my boy.
If I would have told her, she would have been destroyed.
I understand. But it probably been hard for me to sleep with.
And what if she already knew?
Well, I know.
Ain't my business.
It could have caused a problem, but I would have to say, man, I hope I ain't overstepping, but as a friend, I'm out to just let you know what I've seen. Now, could lose a friendship over it because some people, like you said, already know. Now that you know, they find a reason to not be around you. But I think I would have had to say something.
Anyway, so Love and Marriage Huntsville. We ain't going over that. They got some shit going on over there. But anyway, I love Married to Medicine. It's better than Potomac. Let's see if they can hold their own against Atlanta. I don't even know why people watch Potomac. And
it sort of went flat.
Karen, please get better. I'm just saying, and Karen, get better. You got a lot going on. A lot. That's all I'm gonna say about Karen. is LeVar here? So good. So now I can say I like Karen. I like her a lot. And I don't want to do anything that is gonna hurt her in real life. Any final words, Perry?
Oh no, I mean, as far as Karen, I just feel like I don't love her or don't hate her. I'm just here, whatever happens, just like she's no different than anybody else I might.
Oh, LeVar! No, LeVar's here. He hates Karen. I mean, you're right. She does have a drinking problem. I don't know. These pictures people are sending me are true with this guy. I don't know. I just don't. And I like Ray. And that's just, I just didn't want to get in it. That's it. I know. All right, you guys. We will see you tomorrow with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And we will try to bring Freddie on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Great show. Until next time, we don't even have an outro. What you got to say, Perry?
Bye, everybody.
Bye, you guys.
No thanks, don't mind me.